Hello, my dear students. I hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to start studying Lesson 2 in Module 5, that is page 50, the rules of the game. We are going to start with the vocabulary. So let's begin. Word number 1 is the word pitch. Pitch. So it is sports field marked out with lines. So as you can see, this is the football pitch. Word number 2 is referee. Referee. A referee is someone who makes sure that the rules of the game are followed. Goal. Goal. A goal is an area between two spots. It's an area between two posts where a ball must go in order to score points. So this is the goal. It is seen in football, right? Very good. Net. Net. This is a net in the photo. This is a net. It is the object that player must hit the ball over in games like tennis. So we call it again net. Umpire. Umpire. In some sports like tennis, the referee is called umpire. Umpire. What's this? Very good. It's a racket. Now, before we start reading the text, let's take the following sports quiz. Sports quiz. Can you play football indoors? The answer is yes. Can you kick the ball in basketball? No, you can't. Can you use any metals in judo competitions? Of course no. Can you hit the ball with your hands in tennis? No. Can you hit the ball with your head in football? Yes. Can you use your feet in hockey? The answer is no. Now we are going to read the rules of the game. Are you ready? Let's read it together. The rules of the game. Football and tennis are both very popular sports and people play them all over the world. What are the rules? Are they the same now as they were when people first played these sports? Before 1863, not everyone played football with the same rules. Some people picked the ball up and ran with it. In 1863, there were new rules, and these rules are used now. Each team has to have 11 players. You play football on a pitch. One player in each team, the goalkeeper, has to stand in the goal. The goalkeeper can pick the ball up and throw or kick it to the players in their team. The other players have to kick the ball to the other players. You can't touch the ball with your hands. The referee watches the game. He makes sure players follow the rules. People began playing tennis a long time ago. First, they hit the ball with their hand. Then they used a glove. Finally, they used a racket. Finally, they used rackets. You have to play tennis on a court with a net. You have to hit the ball over the net with a racket. You have to hit the ball inside the lines. You can't throw the ball. You have to have an umpire. The umpire decides if a player wins a point. Now we are going to answer the questions together. But before that, make sure to reread the text again by yourself. Let's see. Read the text again. Then answer these questions in pairs. Of course, you're going to answer them by yourself. How do you think players should behave when there is no referee watching the game? Do you think they should behave well? Do you think they should follow the rules? Of course they should. Now let's look at B. Find two differences between the rules of tennis and the rules of football. Now let's have a look at football and tennis. Football is normally played on a pitch, whereas tennis is played on a court. The person who makes sure that the players are following the rules in football is called referee. But this person in tennis is called an umpire. In football, you kick the ball in the goal in order to score a point or to win a point. But in tennis, you hit the ball over the net to get a point. Now, let's go back to C. What are other rules for playing football? Are there any other rules? Let me ask you a question. Can you touch football with your hand if you are not the goalkeeper? Of course you can't. How many players are there in football? Very good. There are 11 players. So these are rules. Now D. Does the article contain mainly facts or opinions? Give two examples from the text to support your answers or your answer. Now, as you know, when we talk about the rules of a game or describe a particular game, we use facts, not opinion, unless we want to express our feelings toward that game. But let's have a look at the article again. We'll see that there are facts. For example, people began playing tennis a long time ago. This is a fact. Let's look at another fact. Each team has to have 11 players. So this is also a fact. Now, we are going to listen to the text again and see these words in the text. Try to guess their meanings. Now, after reading the text and finding out the new words and new vocabulary, let's move now to activity book, page 38. Remember the title of our module 5? You can do it. Now, let's look at exercise number 1. Read the sentences, then label the pictures using vocabulary from module 5. Okay, number 1. To be a good. Very good. The answer is referee. You have to see well and be good at taking decisions. The school football, very good, pitch, was muddy after the big game. A court with no lines isn't useful for basketball or tennis. 4. Unfortunately, Huda didn't hit the ball over the net and lost the game. 5. Nadir kicked the ball into the goal just before the football match ended. Now, this is the end of lesson 2. Well done and way to go. See you in lesson 3. Goodbye.